Cricket presents The Warmup, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Ted Madden. A month left in the season, and there are still some surprising undefeated teams out there. Let's get you ready for some football. Most DFW districts are still up for grabs, but you get a sense of who the top teams are. 6A is not one of those districts. Every time you feel you have a handle on this district, you see another surprising result. This week, the top two teams go at it, which might provide us with some clarity. We preview that game in the lineup, presented by Xochitl Chips and Salsa. Clark Stadium will be the venue Friday night when Lewisville takes on Plano. Both teams are 3-0 in district play. The Farmers have played some suffocating defense against 6A competition, as they have only let up an average of 16 points in those 3 games. Last week, they relied on that defensive effort as the Farmers needed a last-second field goal to beat Plano West 15-14. Offensively, it's been Viron Ellison moving the chains for Lewisville. The senior has over 800 yards on the season and 8 scores. The Wildcats have been a bit of a surprise as they came into district play 1-2, but they've beaten Plano East, Plano West, and Hebron thus far. Quarterback Drew Forkner has been clutch for Plano. He has 6 rushing scores to go with 9 passing touchdowns and just 1 pick. Most feel Lewisville may be the class of this district, but Friday night, the Wildcats have a chance to prove some doubters wrong. District 3 5A Division II still has 3 undefeated teams left. Thursday night, that number will decrease by 1 as 6-0 Argyle visits 7-0 Frisco Emerson at Toyota Stadium. The Mavericks have been a pleasant surprise out of the Frisco ISD. They have already assured becoming the first Frisco team to ever finish with a winning record in its first year of varsity football. Kendall Miller is going with dual threat Daryl Shelton as quarterback, and in the last 4 games, he has accounted for 16 touchdowns. A win Thursday, coupled by a Denton High loss, would earn the Mavericks a playoff spot. But that's a tall order. Argyle has been doing in 5A what they've done in every classification they've been in: win. The Eagles' running game has been top-notch as they average 312 yards a game. R.J. Bunnell and Landon Ferris will test Emerson's run defense as they have close to 1,500 yards combined.
Enjoy the authentic flavors of ancient recipes. So thin, so crisp, so good. So chill.
Come into Cricket Wireless and get any LTE Android free when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
DeSoto has been ranked in the top 5 in 6A the entire year, and rightfully so. Claude Mathis turned the quarterback reins over to DJ Bailey over the summer, and the junior has been fantastic. We caught up to DJ on the recruiting trail.
So I go to DeSoto High School. The past 2 quarterbacks I was looking up to were seniors, Samari Collier and Matthew Allen. And those guys were a good role model for me as a quarterback, as a younger quarterback to those guys. And I hold an offer from Austin Peay, which is located in Tennessee, which is a good school. I mean, it's D1, it's a good school, so. First thing first, relationship with the coaches, if anything. I can't go through nothing and coaches don't like me, or I like the coaches, but anything, I still have to go in and do my best, work hard, and make sure I'm situated right, make sure everything is great for me in college and stuff like that. I could be a pro star, I'll also be a dual threat. I'm working on getting my speed up a little bit more. You know, I done nodded down a little bit, but I'm trying to get that speed up, running heels in the morning, going to workouts, make me get faster. I play Madden, like, I be playing Madden, like the game. That's how I be learning my coverages. My dad and my mom don't believe me, but that's how I be learning my coverages and playing against other teams. I look at the coverage, how Madden looks at it. Like, I know it's a video game, but still, it shows the same coverages as real life, so. Don't give up, keep going. Don't be falling off, you just keep going and basically just don't give up.
Come into Cricket Wireless and get nationwide 5G plus a free 5G phone when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Look for our cameras at a lot of big games this week, but unfortunately we can't be at them all. Let's take a look at some games you need to watch for in the hype. Midlothian Heritage takes on Ennis in a 5A Division II matchup. Ennis got off to a horrible start this year as they lost all 3 of their non-district games. However, in district play, they are 2-1 and hoping they have righted the ship. The Lions' ground attack is still struggling to get going, but Jackson Gilkey has been solid at quarterback as he has thrown for almost 1,500 yards in 6 games. Grayson Harris has been his main target, and the 2 of them will try to pick apart the Heritage defense. That will be easier said than done as the Jags are rolling. After a season-opening loss to Stephenville, Heritage has been completely dominant in their last 5 games. Caden Brown has thrown 23 touchdown passes in 6 games, 12 of them to Xavier Moten. That kind of aerial attack is tough to slow down, but the Lions are up for the task this Friday night. Mesquite versus Royce City could help clear up the playoff picture in 10-6A. Both teams are looking to grab a postseason spot, but a loss Friday night would be devastating toward that goal. The Skeeters are 1-2 in district play, having taken losses to Rockwall Heath and Mesquite Horn. Jamarion Woods has been Mesquite's go-to guy in the passing game. Woods has 36 catches and 7 scores for the Skeeters. Royce City is in 6A for the first time, and they've done quite well. They are 1-1 in district play, and they have a serious 1-2 punch on offense. Sam Mitchum is just under 1,000 yards rushing, and he has come up big when the Bulldogs needed him most. Behind center, Kenneth Spring has thrown for 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Winner of this game will have the inside track on the 4th playoff spot out of the district. Here's a little secret for you. If your team is looking for one of our sweet defensive title belts, pitching a shutout goes a long way, and that's exactly what Naaman Forest did last week. We talk about their effort and who might have a shot at the belt this week in The Buzz. Naaman Forest played probably their best defensive game last week as they shut out Garland 17-0. The Rangers picked off 3 Garland passes and held the Owls to just 7 first downs. Not only that, but Naaman Forest allowed only 140 total yards. That kind of effort was definitely deserving of the defensive title belt. This week, look for the Rangers' district foe, Wiley East, to compete for the belt. They have been playing lights out on defense and take on their rival, Wiley, Friday night. With Big Anthony James in the trenches, this could be a strong week for the Raiders to earn that belt. That's going to do it for today's show. For even more high school football content, be sure to follow us on our social media accounts, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Ted Madden, and I hope we got you warmed up for all the action.